What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Rap Parlee. It's your boy, Bruce Midnight, and always with me, H2O.
You bitch, you.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a super special guest tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, in the motherfucking building, local rapper Dayo Gold in the building. Thank you.
Man, appreciate y'all, bro.
Of course. So we're doing almost part two or another, inside with a local rapper. So Dayo Gold, how long have you been rapping for?
5 years, bro.
Damn, bro. So wait, when did you originally start rapping?
I just was sitting here counting because you had me thinking off cam and shit, man. I want to say 2017, bro.
Okay. So 2017, and how many official projects?
6.
6.
Yeah,
God,
yo. 6 of them things, man. So it sounds like I've been dropping every year.
I mean,
boy, been working.
No, that's immaculate. That's really, really good, especially for even compared to what official artists who are just because people don't make mixtapes or anything anymore, so nobody's really putting out music like that except for certain people. So that's a great work ethic.
I appreciate it, bro.
Okay, so started in 2017, 6 projects. What do you feel like? I guess now listening. And sorry, because I got to pull up the list of your project. What's the title of your first project?
The first one, the solo one was it's called Dear Summer.
Okay, because I remember I went through that a little bit. So going through Dear Summer, how much change do you really feel like you've or at least had since then?
Man, that's a great question, bro. Tremendous change. I feel like my voice presence on the mic is totally different. I feel like my voice itself is different. I made that when I was 22. I'm 27 now, so I feel like I've just learned so much. 2017, I didn't have that many shows compared to where I'm at now. So I know how my show voice should sound compared to when I'm on the track. My breath control, just beat choice. Man, I would just say I just became more mature with just how I approached music from now to when I just first did it. Yeah, for real.
Will be putting in work.
Yeah. No, for real, because I'm really curious, because, being around for as long as you have in the game now, so, obviously, booking shows and things like that. So you said now you're booking more shows. So, how many shows were you booking when you kind of, in your earlier part of your career versus now?
So, when I was first getting started, I was just getting my feet wet, so I ain't really know still about shows, but I knew about open mics, you know what I'm saying? So, excuse me, I was going to open mics and shit, and I was just trying to get my shit off over there at the Mock Beat. They used to have some shit called Off the Block Mondays. I know, people from the city know about that. Shout out to Stylitics and them, man. He was hosting. That's how I first met him, actually. But they was doing some shit every Monday. As soon as I would get off, I walk down that bitch and I just had something written down, see what I can get off and whatever instrumental they'll play. And that's how I met just a couple connections off of that. But where'd you ask me again? I'm sorry, I kind of.
Oh no,
lost.
You're good. How many shows you were essentially in the beginning of booking then?
So I wasn't doing shit. I was just doing open mics, but I would say around the 3rd year I was doing it. Me and shout out Evan Flow, man. Me and him really just was bro, we just about to go show crazy this summer. Anywhere we know, cause that was our nobody knew us yet. You feel me? And that's still how I feel. So it's we need to go everywhere. Everywhere I can think of in Cincinnati that got a venue and that's hosting some music, some hip hop music, or even if it wasn't hip hop music, I was going and me and Ed was going and we was getting their emails and we was just hitting them up just constantly hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? We introduced ourselves and we'll come with our little press kit, you know what I'm saying? EPK. That's when we was on that shit heavy. And we'll just be you feel me? If you got any slots, get us in. And we did no lie, probably over 20 shows that summer. One summer. So man, we had all the flyers to that shit still and we just went to work and I feel from that it just they remembered my name, they remembered my face, and I just I just kept those relationships. So from here on, like whenever I, have a show, I just try to have me a run where I just go to different venues and just get the set off of the whatever I just dropped, you know what I'm saying, or whatever recent that's going. So I was just doing these for a little minute, and that's kind of what happened. So I would say, starting at year 1 to year 2, I wasn't doing like no shows. To now I can pretty much hit any venue like whenever I want now and be like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in there for my resume, and just what we built in the past is just, you feel me? That's what it is.
Like, you got the work ethic. You're about it. So like, obviously within your career and whatever you're comfortable sharing with, what would you say is like, what was a low point for you so far, and like, so far in the rap career? Like, what was one of your low points, and like, what really helped you get like through it? And like, is there anything you have musically that kind of like expresses that?
Man, I would say like 2020, I kind of was going through it, which I think everybody was. I was the pandemic, of course. And I would say even a little of 2021, man, because I feel like I was just going through I really wanted a different sound. And my producer was going through it too, though. Shout out my dude, Trey. Me and him, we've been working together since, I've been first making music.
Big Trey ball.
You know what I'm talking about. But, he was going through it as well. So it's like, I ain't want to force him to get out of his mode just to be like, you feel me? I'm ready to make music. It's like, man, when you go through life, you got to let people go through life, man. And that shit is what it is. So it's like, I'm like, bro, so I ain't want to stop what I was doing, though. Stop any of the breaks for nobody. And, I wouldn't say it was like I was leaving them, but it was just on some like, I want to stay busy. I want to stay creative. So I feel like that time it made me more creative. Like, it made me want to dive into different stuff because I felt like I hit a wall a little bit.
Okay.
I feel like I was just kind of I don't know, like, I would say after I dropped like the Eddie Kane Chronicles, it's like, you ever dropped a project and it's like, what now? Like,
oh yeah.
What to talk about now? Like, I feel like I just. Yeah, so I feel like I kind of, like, that's what it was after I dropped the Eddie Kane Chronicles. So I was just kind of in this phase where I was like, I don't know if I want to drop singles, but I don't think these singles is hard enough yet. Like, but I really didn't feel like actually rapping. I feel like whatever I was rapping was still like, it was too topical. What I was doing, I wanted to just rap at that point. But I felt like I was just so much in a project mode. I kept writing songs like
you were just too
super
tense
structured.
Relax enough to.
I'm just like, man, a nigga just gotta like step away from it real quick and just see if
take
that's,
that break.
Yeah, so I literally just stopped rapping for like, it was probably a couple months if I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, it just.
But you still dropped a project too?
Yeah.
Damn.
I dropped Happy Father's Day. That was in February, so I dropped Eddie Kane Chronicles 2020. November 6th on my birthday, and then I dropped Happy Father's Day on Father's Day the next year. So, Father's Day is in like fucking June, something like that. Mm-hmm. So that was a long ass gap, you know what I'm saying? But it still was like, I was just enjoying myself at that. I was enjoying life, and I watch a lot of interviews. I watch, other rappers saying that they done went through phases like that too. So it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Out of the ordinary. So I would just see what they would do. And they would be like, you feel me? Go vacation, bro. Go back. Chill with the fam. Like, go in a different environment.
You always got to step back from it for a minute because, like, you end up forcing it after a while. Like, a lot of songs, you just go in there and you making a song, but it ain't real. It's like how he was saying, like, you rapping about, the song is called I Made It, and you ain't even rapping about making it. Like, you end up making songs like that, and then you realize, like, oh shit, this is not as great as I thought it was gonna be. Like, we just gonna have to like relax for a little bit.
Yeah,
so that does come with it. Cause
bro.
Like, but at the same time, you just always gotta be prepared to go back in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take it as like it's just it's taking it sort of as like in a positive note. Like, all right, like you made this, you created this project to give out to the people. you reward yourself, my nigga.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Reward yourself. Like,
go
you
live life,
you know
so you can go talk about something else.
In the next project.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So, I get it, the rest.
Yeah, but my bad that I had something to add to that though. You said, damn, man, what did you say before that?
About, man.
Fuck, bro. It was something, man. We can go. It come up.
All right,
go ahead.
So like, what kind of inspires your lyrics, like your bars and stuff like that, and like just a little bit more though than just like, because life experiences are a big part of it. But like, what is let the people know what are some of the shit you're into? Because I know you said you're more like a big TV watcher, and I know like for some people like media and stuff like that. So like,
sure. Thank you for asking that. That's what I was leading to.
Okay.
I was gonna say when you do go through those creative blocks and shit, that's why you got to stay around people who are creative, who are inspiring, who are motivating, and watching that stuff on a daily too. You know what I'm saying? Just constantly feeding your subconscious. At least if you're not really gonna, you feel me, in the act of doing it, at least try to stay in the mind of it. You feel me? And that's what I would constantly still do. And he low key got me out of that with a song produced by Wonder. It was One of One. He sent it over to me, and like I said, I was just feeling real, just uninspired lately. Like, and then 2020, we went around a lot of people. Early 2021, still niggas was still fishy on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like later on in the year, niggas was starting to open up. But it's like, hey, I still ain't kicking it with nobody yet, for real. But he sent that One of One song, and he already had his verse on it, and I was like, damn, you snap, like. I'm like, you low key got me amped. Like, I'm like, I want to rap. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
but what's so crazy is because like everybody goes through that shit, bro.
Yeah,
because,
bro.
like I've even went through that where I've sent somebody sent some shit to me and I'm just like, damn, what the fuck? All right, let's see.
Yeah, let me sit up real quick. Like, that's nice, bro.
It's something out of the norm that I'm normally like, I guess, writing to, because a lot of times like when I'm making like conceptual shit, I tend to like indulge myself too much to the point to where like I'm not focused on rapping no more. I'm more so focused on like trying to make a story. But like then somebody sends me some shit where like, hey yo, you can rap on this. I bet.
Yeah. Circle back to the
facts. So then like what get me inspired a lot just from my lyrics and shit other than life, you say, I love movies. Fuck with movies heavy. I watch a lot of my favorite movies over and over a lot. Like, I know some people have favorite movies and like they don't watch them that many times because they get tired. I'll be like, nigga, this is my favorite movie. Like, I'm putting that bitch on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I watch a lot of my favorite movies and I notice like a lot of them have a lot of like camaraderie in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's groups of friends that always been close netted or they got like hobbies at least. And you know what I'm saying? They all moving like, you know what I'm saying, with a purpose and shit. It might be a small purpose. It might be, you know what I'm saying, for a fucking imaginary treasure. I'm speaking of, the Goonies.
Yeah.
But it's still, you feel me? I love just, movies along that wave and shit. So, movies, of course, keep me inspired. I'm going to say other music, you know what I'm saying, other genres. What else? Vacations. A vacation to get a nigga spark quick, bro. Like, especially to the beach. I love going to the beach. I love being around the sun, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just like, spirituality. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm real into meditating. I feel like, when I get out of my meditations, I be feeling like super amped to just create something just that I want to push myself on. So, books are a big inspiration. I feel like when I get stumped a lot when it come to bars, when I go read a book, I feel like I just got overloaded with words, like a whole word bank. I be like, ooh, I ain't even think of that synonym. Like, it just give me more synonyms. You feel me? So I get to open it up when I read books too.
So when did you two meet, and what was the first project you did together?
We've always just made like songs together, but crazy enough, like niggas got songs. Anyway, we met at the Mockbee, which is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
shout out to Mockbee.
Like, a lot of our peers met in that place, like, cause that's where everybody was doing shows and shit. But he was at an open mic. I just got off of work. Went over there. He was at the open mic with Eb. Shout out to Eb.
Yo.
They was over there rapping and shit. So I went up there. I think Zell might have been with me, but he was. Yeah, Zell was with me. So I went up on stage. He went to go get a drink. I was like, I'm about to go on stage real quick, like just to see what's up. Solid start playing beats. Shout out to Solid. Motherfucking niggas start playing beats. Niggas getting shit off. Like I had went, and then he had went, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, mind you, it's like me, him, like it's barely anybody in there, but like niggas is in there rapping. And he went on, I'm like, yo, it's really niggas in here rapping and shit. So after the cypher, you know what I'm saying, we connected, and I think he had he was in the midst of like making an album, and we had did What Would She Do? And that was like the first thing we made together. And that shit was
damn, what is that on?
That's
is that on EPSM?
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes. And that was back in like 2018?
Jeez.
2018, yeah, somewhere between like 2017 and 2018. Yeah.
Okay, so because I feel like you two should definitely have different like answers for this question, but like in between all the music, I know you guys have worked on a lot of stuff together, and you're currently working on new stuff. But like so far, what do you think is the best thing you guys have made so far?
Wow. Yeah, you gonna have to go first, bro.
Oh man,
bro, cause like
I can't say what's the best, but I can tell you what's my favorite.
Okay, what's your favorite that you made?
My favorite is One of One right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love One of One, bro. Like I will only say that because we performed it.
Okay.
Like
was that the first song? Was that the only song you guys have performed together?
No. We performed What Would She Do?
Yeah,
like multiple times.
What Would She Do? It go.
It's just like
that shit went crazy when we first performed.
When we performed it the first time, like
I didn't expect it. First of all, like I just was. It was just in the midst of the play.
And he just called me. He just called me on stage. He was like, "Yo," he's like, "Yo, H2." I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck?" So he started performing. I'm like, "All right, bet." Going to that shit. People was fucking with it, bro.
When that beat dropped, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, you know how when you just be on stage and you just see the reaction though, like, hold on,
people was fucking with the bars.
Like they was already bobbing their head.
Bars,
but then when that song came on, like I just felt another energy go up. I'm like. Because first of all, a lot of my songs don't be upbeat, which I do want more of, but that's kind of like an upbeat song for real. So it was dope.
Even though I will agree with One of One, like it's other shit that we got. It's just like
like that One of One is One of One.
But that song in particular for sure. Like
so, what kind of like how do you go about your beat selection? How do you go about like finding beats and like what kind of like what are you looking for?
Whoever start rhyming first.
That happens a lot. Like, that happens a lot. Like sometimes it ain't even like no conscious on it. It's just like niggas just got the bob in their head and just started spitting, and then Wonder just caught the drift and continued on it. But a lot of the times too, like when I'm just by myself making some shit, or when I'm with Trey, it just depends on the mood I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I like really going off, like the mood I'm in that day. Cause I feel like that's just like the most being in the you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it just comes off the most natural.
Yeah, it's like it's organic.
I ain't forcing like, man, I was thinking of this, you know what I'm saying, this song the other day. And I didn't came to certain studio sessions with something written and like prepared. But I really like just starting from the ground up with everything. Like just like just come in, just get to talking to Trey, or like I come in with Eb sometime and we'll freestyle our day and like literally freestyle what happened today. And it's like, we gonna make a song about what the fuck happened today. You know what I'm saying? Like, or we'll just pick a certain, situation throughout the day that either bothered us or, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? That just it was interesting. We'll expound on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like one time I had came over to Eb house and we was I was talking to him about sun gazing and shit, and he was like, "Nigga, ain't that shit like bad for your eyes? Like you can't look at the fucking sun, you know what I'm saying, directly." I'm like, "Well, it's it's certain hours where the sun is like, you know how light travels, like by the time it gets to your eyes, it's somewhere else. The source is, you know, it's been moved. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, so it's certain times, you know, throughout the, you know, the day where, you know, the sun isn't at its peak, so you can look at it. And, you know, it helps with your vitamin D and whole other kinds of shit too.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that's what's up. He's like, let's make a song called Sun Gazing.
Oh, bro, I fucking
so
love
like,
it.
Well, that's what we did, and it just was a good ass. It wasn't about literally sun gazing, but that's what the song title was called, and it was like about basically, you know what I'm saying, how, you know what I'm saying, just nature and, you know, things just combining and having a divine way of showing itself. So
Okay.
Yeah, man. Sometimes that shit just happens throughout the day. Like our conversation could lead to the song, to the beat.
So, what project do you feel like you grew the most, like, from, or like is a big growing point for you? Like, what's one thing that you hear that, like, I mean, I guess that like people will listen to, and it's just like the next project or so forth after that was dramatically different, like your turning point.
I'm gonna go with Eddie Kane Chronicles, Volume 1.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say that because I was, prior to dropping that, the feedback that I was starting to get was, you're dropping some nice music, but I don't know who you are. I don't know your story. Like, who is,
so you were just
who
rapping.
is Dayo Gold? Like,
okay, you were just
know
rapping
what I'm saying?
at that point.
I was telling, you know, it was Ask Your Dad. Niggas knew the Ask Your Dad slogan. They knew I was from Lima. But it was like, after that, it was like,
hey, you know what's crazy as fuck?
What's that?
Sorry, just I
Yeah.
didn't realize you were from Lima. I'm so sorry, bro. I did not mean to like interrupt that shit. Check this shit out. Just wow. So I fucking I was in Japan in 2019, right?
Yeah.
I'm chilling in Kyoto with my homie. We go to this little bar, and at this point, anybody who's asking where I'm from, they're like, "Oh, I'm from Ohio, close to New York," because you know, they're not gonna know where Ohio is, right?
Right.
Tell me why the bartender and the owner of the bar, he was like, "Oh yeah, bro, I lived in Lima for 2 years, bro. I studied over there." And I was sitting there like, "Nigga, what?" I was like, "You the only like."
Shout out to Bean, we everywhere,
I was
bro.
sitting there like, God damn, bro. Like, out of all the places to know, this motherfucker knows Ohio and he lived there. It's crazy.
Shout out to Bean, bro. We do be everywhere.
My bad. That shit just sparked that thought.
You gotta shout out Lima when it comes out, because it's so small, bro.
Give you shouts out all the way out to Kyoto, Japan.
You feel me?
Bro.
Shout out. Well, that's dope, bro.
That's crazy.
That's super dope. Because, bro, when I bring up Lima, first of all, most people be like, where is that? So for you to even say you know, well, not know somebody, you met somebody else from Lima, well, lived there 2 years. That's cool though.
Yeah, like a whole foreigner just lived there in the most random ass place.
I'm sure that man didn't go out too much because there's not much to do out
there. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
But sorry, you were explaining like, you know, how you were like trying to, you know, niggas knew the slogan, but they didn't know.
Oh yeah, man. They basically knew like those two things, and that I hooped back in the day, but I feel like they didn't know me, just, you know, my life story, what got me into it, what was it like growing up, all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like Eddie Kane, I got that off. I feel like, because I mean, I at least feel that way as far as I expressed it, and I feel like as far as the reaction, what it got to, a lot of people said like, you know, they felt me a lot more on these songs. Like I got deeper.
Okay, no, that's like great like evolution right there. Like,
yeah.
Damn, hold on, because my question slipped out of my mind. I feel like it was a really fucking good question.
We both been doing that.
Yeah, give me like fucking 2 seconds on this. Okay, yeah, because you're saying Eddie King is where you feel like you grew at the point. Oh no, so okay, so you know, for the audience and the people who don't know you, how would you really describe yourself? But also include the slogan for those who don't know anything about you.
Okay. Well, I'm Dayo Gold, you know what I'm saying? I have a slogan, Ask Your Dad, and I say that because I feel like Ask Your Dad is like a bridge in the gap, and that's what I feel like what I am in music and hip-hop. I feel like the younger generation has a problem with the older generation's music, and vice versa. I feel like the older generation has a problem with the young niggas' music, and I feel like when it comes to my music, I have looked into the crowd and I've seen 40-year-olds and 17-year-olds. You feel me? So I feel like it's a bridge in the gap. Like it's getting y'all both in the same room and relating to, finally finding a vibe that y'all can both resonate on. Like it ain't something that's super hype, but it ain't something that's just super chill. It's right in between. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's smooth. It's positive, but it can get dark. You know what I'm saying? Because so can life.
Yeah.
I would just say I'm just reflecting life a lot in my music, but I'm a chill nigga with it. I'm relaxed.
So pretty universal music. You feel like almost anybody can definitely get into it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, being in it as long as you have been, like obviously you would love this for be like career kind of thing, or would you like this to be like your career?
Oh, it is. Okay. Very much so. I would say at this point.
Okay, so you feel like you're there at that point where it's becoming lucrative, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like I get money off of music now. Okay. Like I would like more.
Hey, congrats, my nigga.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
young man,
it's way more than a hobby at this point.
Okay, no, that's fucking great. Yeah. So like, obviously, then yes, you're about it, but like, what are you doing now to get past that local level? What are you doing to be like, hey, I am more than just a local artist for the city? Like, I'm a nigga that I would like. Or do you want that goal? Would you like to be here in other states and like
for sure,
so forth?
And that's actually the whole 2022 plan is to do more shows out of the state. You feel me? Like I feel like I've done shows everywhere in Cincinnati at this point. Like from the small ass venues, from Arts on the Ave when it was called Rakes Inn, you feel me, to all the way to the Woodward Theater, you feel me? So even OTR Live, you feel me, I opened up for Wyclef there. So I just feel like I done did a lot of shit down here in Cincinnati. I want to do some more shit in Columbus. I want to do some shit in Akron. I want to do some shit. Have you done
shows outside the city so far?
I've done one show in Columbus, actually 2 shows, yeah, but it was just on a smaller basis. I want to get more on campus with it. You know what I'm saying? Get to the college students. So, and I still want to take over the college area in Cincinnati, to be honest with you, before I even go to the different states and shit. I still feel like that whole college area I still can take over because I live over there. So it's like, I feel like it's just like I just dropped the ball if I don't do that shit. So, but definitely the whole goals of 2022 is to do more shows out of the state. And I really want to go on tour, whether it's like I'm opening up for a big act. Like I gotta, this is all written down, so I'm just going off of what I remember. But definitely do a open up for a big act on a tour. And just, I want to be a fly on the wall with just, you know what I'm saying, damn near somebody who I believe is very genuine in the game and has great success on a super global scale, but they still, they understand the trenches when the grassroots route as well. I want them to be able to mentor me, you know what I'm saying, and just basically, like I said, just learn and soak up some game, because I feel like that's more what it is. I feel like my music got a high ass, it's quality, it's a great quality of music. I would like more of it. So I'm working more on that as well, but I feel like the quality is there for sure. I just need more resources and, you know what I'm saying, information.
What's been the craziest collaboration so far?
Craziest collaboration. Shit, shout out to Wayne. I would have to say that because we won an award. I don't know when this is coming out, but yeah, shit. It's the beans are spilled now. So shout out to Wayne Fowler, man. He, we just had a song called Ohio Sun that we just got best collaboration on with Golden Donut Awards, Donuts and Alcohol. So shit, I would say that's the craziest collaboration I got so far. I done done some, like I said, I opened up for some big people. I think that was dope. Like, I did Wyclef. The next week was JID. And then...
Wait, pause the phone. Hold on.
Bro, I told you about that, bro.
When did you tell me about that? Was I high? Because that sounds like you told me. Don't tell me things.
I really told him because he was asking me about you. I was like, bro, he performed at UC with JID. Bro.
Yeah, you know the
I
spring.
didn't think I knew he was there.
The Spring Fest that they be having every year.
Bro. Remember that one time where he came to the city? That was the one time he came to the city.
I don't fucking remember that. Was I even in town?
Yes.
There was no way.
You were here.
I feel like you was there front row, to be honest.
I don't think you went, but I know you was in the city, bro. I told you about it.
My nigga, it was crazy.
You were most likely baked,
and it was
you were a baked.
And I'm gonna tell you what's the most craziest part about it. This nigga P&B Rock was supposed to be the headliner, and he just
I remember you telling me.
And he just I guess he got arrested, so it just ended up being a fucking Dayo Gold and JID show.
That's even better. Fuck you,
like it was crazy, bro. Like it was crazy, man. And yeah, it was super lit, bro. It was raining that whole day, right? Hour before the show, it stops raining. Gives us the whole show. I'm talking about as soon as JID gets off the stage, pours down raining. It just starts pouring, bro. I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you, God, bro. Like, it was a small window we had of opportunity. We made the most out of it, bro. Shout out to DJ Stone. He was my DJ that night, bro. It was super dope, man. I remember the president, not the president. It was she was the president of the department that threw the show on. She was like, that was the best opener we've ever had since I've been here. Like, we're gonna keep you in mind. I'm like, all right,
they hit you up since?
We'll see. But nah, man, we'll see though. But like I said, man, I got love for Cincy, man. I come from Lima, man, but I first started making music in Cincinnati, so there's love here, man.
What the fuck was I doing? What the
JID, bro. It was crazy, and he showed love.
You were here, but you weren't.
He showed love on the Instagram, so he shouted me out on his live and everything afterwards, bro. It was dope, man.
Damn, that's a great opportunity.
Then I did a show with Beanie Siegel, like a couple months later, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
That was so crazy because, like, I just did a freestyle on the Wiz radio over his beat, like a couple days before. Then I go to a studio in Columbus, and I'm literally in that bitch just writing to a beat, and I'm like, niggas is like, yeah, Beanie Siegel. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Like, maybe. Yeah, I'm like, I get there, go back to writing and shit. This nigga get closer, niggas is giving dap and shit. I look up, I'm like, man, this is really Beanie Siegel. Like,
fuck.
What the fuck? So
in the flesh,
get that nigga dap. He ended up hearing my music. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was in there writing and shit, and then I was like, bro, you mind if I show you the freestyle? I literally just rapped over your beat. He like, you nice, bro. Like, woo, woo, woo. I ended up seeing him a little later. He like, man, I got a show in Cleveland. Got right off of work. It's 6 o'clock. Pouring fucking down. Raining, bro. Pouring. Never, ever seen it rain this hard on the highway, bro. Still to this day. I'm like, damn near like, bro, I'm about to pull over, bro. It's a wrap. Like, I'm not about to do this shit. I'm like, bro, fuck it. Push through. End up doing that shit. And we all get a hotel room, stay with that nigga the rest of the night, like just soaked up some game. So that was a dope night, bro.
Like,
yeah,
accolades, my nigga. Like, holy shit.
Just meeting some great people, bro. I'm that very fortunate, bro. I must say, bro. So
what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't making music?
That's a great question. I'd be hooping. No
really?
Question.
Okay.
I would have found a way to rehab this knee back, nigga. Hey, I tore my ACL when I came down here in Cincinnati. So like, man, this is so crazy. The questions you asking is like really giving a lot of backstory. It's crazy. I came down here for school 2013, and I was gonna walk on here and hoop. Somebody that used to coach me and train me and shit. He had a lot of connections because he just was that dude. So he had a connection at UC. Told me go to UC. I can probably get you, you know what I'm saying, woo woo. I'm like, all right, bet. Get here. I'm hooping. I get to go to their open gym. Tear my ACL. Go up for a layup. Somebody pushes me. I come down. Hyperextended. It's a wrap. I know it's torn because I tore my left one in high school. So I'm like, I know what this is. So I go a whole year without having surgery on it. I'm just like, fuck it. So then I ain't know what to do for the longest. I was known for hoop, like I said. And then my grades started slipping because I was barely going to class because a nigga could barely walk. So I'm like, nigga barely, that's what I was known for too, school and hoop. So I'm like, damn, nigga losing his identity. Like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? So that's when I felt like, you know, I just had to just sit down with myself, like, what the fuck? What am I gonna do with the next steps, basically? So that summer, I went and lived with my cousin in Columbus, and my uncle had a CD shop, and you know, I just would just constantly be thinking that question, like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And like every time I would ask that question, a song will pop in my head. Like, I'll be a song that I just heard or something like that, and I get the rapping the lyrics of it. Then I'll be like, but what do you want to do? Then another song will come in my head. I get the rapping that. And I'm like, nigga, it might be music.
At that point.
You know what's fucking, it was crazy though. It's like it's kind of like a similar story to Action Bronson's background, because he was a chef originally, broke his leg, and then he started rapping during recovery.
Yeah.
And so forth. But like,
it's just like, bro, I'm just like, what is something you love doing and you would do it and wouldn't even care about a dime getting paid to you? Like, you would just do this shit all day. I'm like, bro,
that's how I feel, bro. I feel that.
Bro, I would do this shit all day.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's crazy how much
you know,
the music itself could like, you know, really inspire you and things like that. Like, it's just, even that's listening to so much rap music, listening to y'all niggas make music. I'm like, think before I die, I gotta make some music.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta just try this shit for one time.
Bro, this shit, you just want to rap, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like, just so, it's like
niggas just want to rap.
It's
bro.
So contagious, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Especially when it's good.
Yeah, especially when it's good, bro.
Yeah,
and it's sitting right in your face, and you just like, damn, this nigga doing this right here. It looks so easy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like, this
you know
nigga just put words together and shit. It's just like, it's crazy, but it's definitely like major art form and all that kind of shit.
It is, bro.
Like,
I never even knew how to freestyle, bro. Like, I never used to freestyle when I used to, you know what I'm saying, go over to somebody's house and they making beats. I'd just be sitting there like, you feel me? I'm waiting on them to be like, this is the beat. And I'm like, all right, I get to write into that shit. But like, I got to getting around Eb. It was a dude, man. He a lame now, so I ain't gonna bring his name up. But he was good and you feel me? He was needed. So it was, man, I saw them freestyling and I would just be like, man, I don't know how to freestyle. They be like, yeah, you do, bro. I'm like, how? They be like, bro, just say what's on your mind and don't stop. Don't stop going, bro.
Damn. I mean, that's like great advice. Well, fuck, bro.
All right, fuck. It's like you get pushed off the ledge. It's just like, you feel me? When you first trying to learn how to ride a bike, you gonna fall. You gonna look stupid. But the more you keep doing it, you gonna be like, oh shit, I'm getting good at this shit. So
good way to go
how
about
it
it.
goes.
Well, shit, bro. Thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate it. That was a great episode. Like,
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, this was fucking great.
First of all, I didn't even know I met you, and then I figured out we did meet at Niggas Giving, which is a great way to meet.
For sure.
You feel me? So I want to say thank you to H2O, man, because he was the bridge between us.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate what y'all got
H2O,
going.
Bro. Thank you for setting this up, my
Bring
guy.
the homies through, make it do what it do.
Hey, I appreciate anybody that's on their grind and that's like-minded, and you feel me, that got a spark in their brain to just take it to another level. So I see what y'all got going. I'm all for it, and man,
appreciate you, bro.
Best wishes moving forward, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Most that.
Well, we out this bitch, y'all. Peace. Here it is.
And hair grease, y'all.